the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Detroit Pistons out at Little Caesars Arena. Well, for Detroit, they seem to be tapping into their full potential more and more as the season moves along. I think lately, we're seeing a more accurate picture of who this team really is than we saw in the early part of the season. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
You
okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said, hard work was instilled in me at a very young age. The very base of my game has always been physical. Guys, back to you.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Steve, both teams tonight love to run the offense through the post. Great dynamic, if you can make it work, that is.
Yeah, it's not bad if you still have an old-school back-to-the-basket guy that can score on the block. But what I love now, it's not a lot of standing. Back when I played, you still see teams cutting, setting screens, and a lot of backdoor cuts where guys get some easy layups when you play out the post right now. Just a lot more movement.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now here's Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. Rubio outside. Three-pointer on the way. Hits the three-point bomb. Rubio's got the opening field goal of the game for Utah.
Not the most comfortable shot for Rubio, but give him credit. He doesn't turn it down.
Griffin kicks to Galloway. Jackson against Rubio. Jackson passes to Drummond. Gobert with the defensive effort. Rubio looking around. In the corner, Crowder with it. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Griffin inside. He's covered by Favors. And it's Drummond with the jam.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Galloway, covered by Mitchell. Galloway with the bucket.
Langston Galloway maneuvering himself around the painted area.
Outside Favors. Jazz passing it around. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
A beautiful connection, and Favors with the highlight finish.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Drummond. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
Now here's Crowder, following the miss by Griffin. Crowder, the pass to Mitchell. The 15-footer. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Here's Galloway. A three-pointer off the mark. Utah leading. Mitchell left side. Rebound, Detroit.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. Here's Gobert, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Outer dishes to Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Drummond knocks it loose.
The foot speed to get in position, the quickness of the jump. Drummond with raw talent as a shot blocker.
No good from outside. So Favors will bring it up for Utah. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Second shot opportunity. The shot, no good. The Pistons go the other way with it.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him. Whoo, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it. In the past, Detroit put Andre Drummond in the middle, surrounded him with shooters. With Griffin in the fold, more of a classic front court pairing for the Pistons.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Griffin looking it over. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
We know how strong Griffin is, but he has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
Smitty, when you were playing, did you ever hope for the team to make a trade to address something, you know, whatever it could be, on the floor or off the floor?
You know, I think, Kevin, the good thing is I wasn't afraid to talk to management and also talking to coaching staffs on what we needed. Not per se who needed to be traded, but I think just the areas where we were missing. And a lot of times when you have that relationship and you're captain of the team, which I was most of my organizations, where you had to voice what you think the team needed. A lot of times they didn't listen, Kevin, but at least I had to voice my opinion.
It seems like a family, isn't it, Steve? And sometimes there's a fit and sometimes there isn't a fit.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough when you get a chance to see some of those guys that are traded that really didn't want to be traded. That's the part of the business that you don't like.
Mitchell, and Griffin sends it back.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
They get it back. Outside for Robinson for three. No good that time. Utah's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell, and Utah again with the bucket.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Pass to Robinson, back to Jackson. Drummond up top. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Galloway, no good. Jazz leading by 3. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Down low, and stolen by Favors. Fires it up. Robinson pulls it in.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Here's Galloway. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Robinson, that's good. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Rubio finds Gobert. Here's Mitchell. 6 to shoot. From deep. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Back to Jackson. Takes a 3. And that one is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Galloway, covered by Mitchell. Lets it go from 11, and Detroit again with the bucket.
A good mid-range shooter. Galloway just taking what the defense allows.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Certainly a major strength of this Utah Jazz team is the way they can dominate on the defensive end.
Up and down the roster, there are a lot of solid defenders. Rudy Gobert is the big name, but guys like Ingles, Crowder, Mitchell, and Rubio are all great as well. This team can just be suffocating defensively.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. Now, here's Ingles. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's the feed to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Now just a 1-point Utah lead.
The defense slow to react that time. Smith makes them pay using his quickness.
And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Burks, the pass to Ingles. And there's the call on Pachulia. That is his first foul of the game. And Utah has possession. Now, here's Burks. He had 22 points in the win against Cleveland. Clock at 4. Here's the floater. And Pachulia pulls it down.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Robinson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Ingles dishes to Cephalosha. Exum kicks to Cephalosha. On the wing, Ingles. Back to Cephalosha. Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Well, Steve, when it comes down to how this country is developing young players at the amateur level, do you feel winning is overemphasized in relation to individual skill development?
Yeah, I mean, great question, Kevin. I think in youth basketball right now, youth sports, I think so much now is individually rating individual players that are playing a team sports. I want to see more of rating the team. And I think also guys getting a chance to understand winning is important. A lot of these tournaments, you play 3 or 4 games a day, and it's not so much about winning. I think it has to come down to win or go home. I love that for youth basketball, and then I also love that just getting better. And I would love for some of these youth coaches to move these players around. There's a player right now that might be playing the center spot, but let him try to play the guard spot. I think you've got to find a way to do that and talk about winning as a team versus individuals.
Smart stuff. Pistons passing it around. Smith outside. Over Cephalosha. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Udo. Over Robinson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Utah leading. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Cans the shot from the wing.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Robinson misses.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
And here's Ingles outside. That shot no good. And the Pistons now going the other way. Now here's Bullock. Burks covering. The pass to Lure. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Bullock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Bullock's got his first 2 points.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Ingles against Robinson. Now, here's Ingles. Defense is right there. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smith the pass to Bullock. Kicks to Pachulia. Smith inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The change of pace element that Smith brings, he's a tricky cover, which can lead to these kinds of fouls.
The Pistons shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Up top, Burks. He's guarded by Bullock. Burks can't get it to go.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Pistons on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
They've got Reggie Bullock. Robinson is out there with John Lure. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Smith in at the point guard. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons.
The size of Exum really causes a lot of problems for the defense. Not an easy cover at all.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Exum. Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. What are defenses doing to counteract that?
I think that what they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility of switching, because if you run pick and roll and you can switch, it keeps everybody in front of you. And I think also right now they're having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around 2 traditional big men, like Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, DA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. The front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
Utah trailing here. Here's Burks, got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Cephalosha kicks to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 on the clock. Burks for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Bullock. Burks covering. And here's Bullock. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Grizzlies.
And I know that's a game they'd like to forget. Sort of a tough day for them all the way around.
You know, sometimes you just have to erase a game from your memory and move on. And I believe they have, and they will recover.
Shot clock at 3. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Smith kicks to Bullock. A floater. Back to Smith. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. So for the Pistons, Griffin comes in for Lure. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Robinson. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio comes in for Exum. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pachulia finds Smith. Here's the teardrop. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Ish Smith, an excellent backup point guard, more than capable of holding down the starting spot as well.
He's off on the first. Well, Steve Ish Smith with speed to burn. Man, can he fly.
Like a rocket, he pushes the pace. As fast as he plays, he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Detroit making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Cephalosha. Jay Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Alec Burks. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
Now here's Crowder. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. 4 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Here's Drummond. He dishes it to Griffin. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. Mitchell with it. Now Smith defending. Rubio outside. To the middle. Favors in the post. He's guarded by Bullock. Favors can't get it to go. Now here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bullock's got 5 points so far.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Mitchell. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Back to Gobert. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Ish Smith. Outside Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. Rubio outside. The Jazz with another miss. Pistons leading by 5. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Here's Griffin. Passes it to Galloway. Back to Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
The turnovers keep coming. It's been a pretty sloppy start to the game for them, but they're still in the driver's seat.
Now here's Gobert. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Mitchell. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Galloway, covered by Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, is three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choices.
And the first one drops. Steve, the golden era of basketball for the Jazz were in the late 90s with Stockton and Malone. What was it like playing against those teams?
Well, they were unguardable in the pick and roll, fantastic in the fast break situation. Karl Malone, one of the best runners at the 4 position. And then you had John Stockton. If you made a mistake, he would make you pay with the pass, and they had toughness. Probably would have won a title if Jordan wasn't around.
Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
Here's Bullock, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Stolen by Rubio. It's good. This game is all even. Rubio's got 5 points so far.
And that whole play starts with Rubio's anticipation. Have to protect the ball around him.
Jackson against Rubio. Here's Galloway. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, thinking back, Chauncey Billups once said, Griffin might be too nice of a guy, yet he's a league leader in technicals almost every season.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Crowder kicks to Favors. Shot clock at 5. Fades back, and again it's Utah.
An area where Favors continues to gain consistency. Has a nice looking stroke out to 15 feet.
Pass to Bullock. Here's Galloway. Got it from 16 feet. Galloway has got the game tied up here for the Pistons. And Utah has possession. Rubio with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. The drive by Mitchell. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And being a part of one of the better draft classes of all time, Steve, I think you would agree, is Donovan Mitchell.
2017 was a deep draft, featured tremendous talent at the top. Mitchell was a late riser on most people's boards, but still couldn't crack the top 10.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jackson kicks to Bullock. Back to Jackson. Gobert against Drummond. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Rubio the pass to Favors. Outside Crowder. From beyond the arc, and Griffin sends it back. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So it's the Pistons now. Jackson deciding where to go with it. They get it back, and Drummond is right there. And the Pistons lead by 2.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Detroit.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Here's Rubio, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Gobert. Favors surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Outside Jackson. Here's Galloway, covered by Rubio. Here's Griffin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
You know, it's not just the power of Griffin, it's the skill set. Reliable inside.
Utah calls timeout.
Blake Griffin has made significant improvement as a shooter over the years. He's been working with his shooting coach. He's rewired his shooting form.
So for the Pistons, John Lure, he's checked in for Griffin. Robinson is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. For the Jazz. Exum kicks to Udo. And it's Exum in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Robinson. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Steve, you talk about Griffin changing his shooting form. How is it different now than when he started?
Well, he releases it now on the way up, jumping straight up and down. A higher release gets more arc on the ball. Making a new motion feel normal takes a tremendous amount of work and repetition.
And he makes the first.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie second team. It's a terrific story.
Galloway hits both of them.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Jazz trail by 4. Exum passes to Udo. Burks kicks to Ingles. There's 1:40 left here in the second, and that's going to be a travel.
A moment now to see the numbers for Exum. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now, here's Burks. D right on him. Here's Ingles. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Joe Ingles on the attack. Give me great offense over great defense any day of the week.
Here's Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Exum finds Cephalosha. Ingles against Robinson. Now Ingles. 5 on the clock. The 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pistons leading by 4. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Chalk up 2 there.
There's the work Ingles has put into his strength and conditioning. Takes the hit and still able to convert.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pistons lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting them. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. A 2-point game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. And it's Crowder in at the 3. Now here's Rubio. 6 to shoot. Back to Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Favors has got the first points of the second half here for the Jazz. And, well, Detroit shooting here about 46% for the game. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Now Mitchell, following the three-point attempt by Blake Griffin, and a slam dunk by Favors.
It takes a lot of skill to get whacked and still complete the basket. Luckily, Favors is a super talented player who does this regularly.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Drummond's checked in for John Lure.
One shot on the lanes.
And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by Griffin. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just throw it up to Gobert, and he'll take care of the rest using that enormous wingspan.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Jackson. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Crowder against Robinson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Robinson's got 8.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Crowder kicks to Mitchell. Out to Favors. Outside Crowder. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Robinson.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Pistons have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Detroit making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Jackson hits both of them. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Rubio outside. Here's Mitchell. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
Down low, here's Griffin. Offensive rebound, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. There's the dish to Mitchell. Right side Favors. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jackson against Rubio for the lead, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 6.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite, a big asset off the dribble.
Rubio the pass to Favors. Crowder from outside. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rubio against Jackson for 3. Smith. Favors with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The kick out to Crowder. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell with it. Now Smith defending. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rubio. But they get it back. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The pass to Crowder. Utah the rebound. Rubio outside. Passes it to Crowder. Another miss by Utah.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Mitchell against Smith. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Pistons. And a switcher also for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Favors dishes to Gobert. Just 3 to shoot, and the basket by Rubio.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Pass to Drummond, back to Smith. Here's Griffin. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Mitchell against Jackson. Gobert finds Rubio. Mitchell with it. Favors at the elbow. Rubio in the corner. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Outside Jackson. Pass to Griffin. From outside the arc. Utah with the rebound. On the wing, Ingles. He's guarded by Bullock. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. And the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Griffin on the double team. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here. Pachulia is checked in. Utah also making some changes. Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for Favors. Burks comes in for Mitchell, and it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Burks kicks to Gobert. Pass to Exum. Just 5 on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree, takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
The Jazz making a switch here. Udo's checked in. Now here's Exum. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Burks can't get it to go. For Detroit, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
Utah's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Exum passes to Udo. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Exum deciding where to go with it. Jackson against Burks. And it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 1. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Ingles. He's guarded by Bullock. Now, here's Ingles. Pulls up. And the foul on Alec Burks. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. John Lure, he's checked in for the Pistons. Langston Galloway comes in for Reggie Bullock. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Right wing, here's Galloway. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Exum finds Cephalosha, wants to get it to Burks and does. That one drops for him.
Terrific body control from Burks, reading angles and creating space.
Jackson against Burks. Lure up top. Pass to Smith. There's Galloway. Ingles covering. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 4. Burks kicks to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Ingles. Burks in the corner. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Cephalosha misses. Pistons leading by 4. Outside Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Reggie Jackson. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up about 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Now, here's Exum. Cephalosha kicks to Ingles. Sweet little floater. Now just a 2-point Detroit lead.
The steady hand of Ingles in pick and roll action, just making plays.
Jackson passes to Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dante Exum.
Shooting free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for Jackson. Good on the second free throw. Here's Exum. 1:32 left in the third quarter. He kicks to Cephalosha. And the pass to Ingles. Back to Cephalosha. Exum with it. Passes it to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left for the tie. Can't hit that one. And Detroit the other way now. Galloway taking his time here. Pass to Smith. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lure up top. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Jazz trail by 3. For Utah, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That free throw, no good.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position, great size.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Galloway. He's got 14. Smith outside. Kicks it to Lure. Puts up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Lure's got 5 now.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Robinson against Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Pistons. The third quarter comes to a close. The Pistons on top. They're up by 5. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is use the basketball. The ball will find the right person. All right? Get it from side to side. Don't force it.
Greg, you can tell he wants his guys to work harder specifically in how they pass the ball.
I mean, it's just basic basketball. When you swing the ball around, the floor is going to open up.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got John Lure. Also Pachulia out there. Smith is out there with Robinson. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
And it's Rubio with the ball for Utah. Burks kicks to Ingles. Jazz passing it around. Rubio with it. Now Smith defending to tie it up. And it's Rubio, that time on the assist from Crowder. Rubio's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Pistons shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Pass to Robinson. Got a piece of it. And here's Burks to take the lead, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
A tremendous athlete. Unfortunately for Burks, he has had some bouts with injuries, but he's a guy who can take over stretches with his length and quickness.
Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Derek Favors subbed in for Joe Ingles. And Burks hits 2 free throws. Well, Alec Burks, he's just one of those guys you just love to watch attack the rim and attack that defense.
Yes, he's a nice ball handler, can create his own offense. He can get to the rim, and he gets to the line. He only needs a better jump shot to take the next step.
Count it. 15 points for Derek Favors.
That's where a majority of Favors' points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Gobert against Pachulia. Dishes it to Griffin. Good on the three-point shot.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Now here's Crowder. Burks with it. Five to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Drummond's checked in for Detroit. And Utah with a change here too. Mitchell's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And that one's good by Favors. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now the pass to Drummond. Outside Griffin. Here's Galloway. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
Very solid shot by Langston Galloway. Doing it at the pro level.
Jazz have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Back to Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Smith kicks to Robinson, passes it to Drummond. Outside Griffin. And another 3 for Detroit.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Now, here's Mitchell. Gobert down low, working on Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Robinson for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They double him with Drummond. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Good on the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Galloway finds Robinson. Drummond with it. Defended by Crowder. Smith outside. Back to Griffin. 14 feet away. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
Detroit making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
One shot, find the lanes.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now here's Jackson. Drummond with it. Now defended by Gobert. Beyond the arc. He's off on that one, so Utah will take it the other way. Mitchell outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that matchup with the Kings, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
And so he makes both from the line.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Griffin outside for Robinson. Outside Jackson. A baseline J. Count that one.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
Utah leading by 4. Now Rubio has to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Over Robinson. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Gobert. And now it's up to 25 points for Donovan Mitchell. Galloway, the pass to Griffin. Back to Galloway. In the corner, it's Griffin. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. 4-point game. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. First one falls for him.
And with so much emphasis placed on Gobert's defense, some people aren't paying attention to his impact on the offensive end.
And Gobert drops them both. You know, Steve, what you have to love about Gobert, as his usage rate has gone up, the efficiency still is there. It remains.
You're right. Shoots for an extremely high percentage, fairly low turnover rate, and each year his moves are a little more polished.
Now, here's Rubio. Griffin with the steal. Well, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. Good on the shot. Griffin's got 12 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Back to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
And it only takes a couple buckets for Favors to get rolling. They got to keep feeding him the rock.
Outside Jackson. Pachulia finds Robinson. Here's Griffin. That doesn't go either for Griffin. Utah leading by 6. Here's Mitchell. And Utah again with the bucket.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this league.
Detroit's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Pachulia. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
The highest percentage shot on the floor. Zaza likes to get his points at the rim.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Ingles against Robinson. And here is Ingles. 6 to shoot. The shot. Rebound, Detroit. Griffin's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Has his man just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Jazz leading by 6. Rubio with it. Mitchell outside. Back to Rubio. Off target from 3-point range. The Pistons have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Robinson. Ingles with the rebound.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
The dish to Rubio. He kicks it to Mitchell. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. Mitchell's got the lead up to 8 now for Utah.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Griffin.
Oh! Woo-hoo! Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
Now, here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Rubio in the corner. Gobert trying to get open. Off the left rim and out.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Robinson.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Jackson against Rubio. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
That's not fair. He's so crafty with the ball. Rubio is best scoring off the bounce.
Griffin, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
That's his 3rd person, the team's 2nd.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Griffin. Here's Mitchell. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter of this one. On the wing, Ingles. And Utah, another 3.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 9. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Jackson against Rubio. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside, helps him draw fouls.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Griffin, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
When you put a smaller player on Blake, he has the ability to drive it, draw contact, and get to the free throw line.
Shooting free throws.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Good on both. Here's Rubio. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
To the inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
Timeout, timeout.
And the Jazz lead by 7.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the 3, and we're seeing why.
Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. And so it's Utah with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great, you know. It's all about our defense. You know, when we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.